Hello, my little ponies, and welcome back to some more Rune Factory 5. In today's episode, I will admit that I have been sleepy again. But this time, I think I know the reason, and the reason is that I've had approximately 3 hours of sleep last night.
There!
Why have I had so little sleep? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I went to sleep at not a reasonable time, and then I was all, I'll just, sleep approximately 8 hours. I woke up 3 hours later and could not get back to sleep, so I just stayed awake. Yes, on like 3 hours of sleep, yes. Thanks for remembering. I tried to go back to sleep, it just hasn't been working. So here I am, on not enough sleep, and yes. Alright. Basically everything. Once the grass is taken off, it can use extra help.
Nice!
So how have things been? Well, I figured I'm not in enough weekly tabletop RPG. I have my Sunday game that's going on. That game is fun and all that. Get to play, evil-ish, kind of, somewhat. Even though our characters are technically evil, we don't actually play, with them as being evil, which we had pointed out at one point, and we all basically went, no, that's fine. We're okay with not being, evil. It's like the specific stuff that we are doing over the course of the game is not too different than what one would do in a normal D&D campaign when playing a good mind party. The only real difference is that we're using
Nice! Alright!
classes, and I think in one case a character race that you're not supposed to use in normal play because they are restricted to evil only, which is essentially the game's way of saying, antagonist only, just for DM use. So instead we're just going, oh, that's cute. So anyway, we're not following that. We're just going to play with these extra stuff. I think in my case, what do I have that I'm using that's evil only? I totally actually forget. No, right. I'm using a graph to give my character wings. To give my character the ability to fly, which has come in handy here and there. Not quite as much as one would expect. Not as much as I had expected, because we've been basically underground or otherwise indoors for basically the entire campaign. Okay, there was one part where we were outside and stuff, but then everybody could fly, so it didn't matter. I think it specifically come in handy at one specific point, because my character could fly and had a portable hole, so I brought everyone else with me to an area. It's just all like, oh yeah, let's just fly over here. Come on, group. Get into the portable hole, seal it up, bring you all with me. Alright, cool. Easy enough. Anyway, the Monday game, which has not actually started, and I think even the DM is all like, I guess we're not gonna have a game anyway, so I suppose I'm not actually playing on that game, but that is still at least partially to be determined. I don't really know the details for that. Sure, it would be nice to play more games, but again, after what, 3 potential session 1s, after having a session 0, to speak out about that, after having a session 0, we've had 3 potential session 1 times, only to have people cancel, just a few hours before, and it's not like it's like, oh, hey, who can play, who can play tonight? Oh, sorry, I can't. It's like, hey, can you play in 2 weeks at this time? Yes! 2 weeks later, like a few hours before the time. Oh, actually, no, I'm in another city, and I've been here all weekend, and I've known that I would be here. And it's like, oh, well then. And like,
Nice.
pretty much everybody has just been radio silent indefinitely, so it's like, okay, it looks like this is
All
not
right.
happening. So it's like, ugh. You know? Whatever. Tuesday game. Right, the Tuesday game is a new one, that's what. I thought the Tuesday game was an old one. I think I was mixing it up with the Ponies game that I think I used to run on Tuesdays. That was ages ago now. I used to run that, and so I was saying, it's like, yeah, I have that Ponies game, right? It's like, we haven't played that in a long time. I'm not entirely sure if I'm still on that server, actually. Yeah, no. Don't actually have Ponies game going on. And Wednesday every other week, there's that one game where everyone acts like my character's a ghost, which is not actually a ghost, and it keeps getting more new characters like every week, because apparently the DM doesn't think that we should try to play with just like 3 party members, but then the new members don't mesh too well with the original ones, so people are coming in and leaving and coming in and leaving, and it's like, it would have just been better if you just allowed us to just play with like just the 3 of us. We had something of a dynamic. Also, it's like
I hope it comes out okay.
oddly slow burn for
Watering
D&D. Like,
time.
it's really hard to just flat describe how it's going on. But it's like, okay, you get to a place. Okay, here's the place. What do you think of the place? Here's the place. What do you want to do in the place? Okay, I, like, you know, look around. What is this place? Oh, this is the town of, like, so-and-so. It's like, okay. But it's like a mix of, like, okay, I need some stuff so I can decide what I'm doing. Also a mix of, like, oh, you have your character in the tavern because the DM. I'm like, I just joined the game. My character's already in the tavern. Oh, and you're, like, you know, staying in the tavern staring at this guy for a matter of hours before he comes. It's like,
Yes.
I didn't say I was gonna be here for hours. Like,
Yes.
I'm trying. It's like, on one hand, you want us to like say what like we're doing and like, you know, roleplay more and whatever. On the other hand, you like extrapolate a little bit of information and have it go off to 9 yards, and it's like, no. I only wanted that to go like 1 yard, maybe 2 yards. I didn't want it to go the whole 9 yards. Like, I didn't want to do all of that with it. I just wanted to do just a little bit. It's kind of like, yeah, let this guy like freak out. Don't give him more reason to be afraid. Okay, finish freaking out? Cool. So, what can you tell me about the goings-on in this town? Like, no, apparently he freaked out and he just sat there staring at me for hours. And I wasn't allowed to talk to him. And that was my roleplay part of the session. And it's like, dude, DM, please. I wanted to do something. So yeah, now, it's not so much that I've joined a new group, it's that how do I say this? I have the potential of joining a new group, except not even that. I joined a Discord server that's West March's game mode. And I'll talk about that more once Azura joins in. Because she's been messaging me, and I think she's going to join any second now. Theoretically, at least. It's only ever just a theory. Oh no, I should drop this stuff off. I should also drop off this. Oh, that puzzle that you've been 3 pieces away from completing for the past 60 episodes?
Welcome.
I mean, the real question is, do I just keep buying more coin seeds? The answer, of course, is yes. So I'll do this. So, right. It's like, what do I talk about that can fill the gap?
Thank you.
while
Do
I'm
come again.
waiting? But that is at least... almost relatively interesting enough to actually pass the time with. What? Playing a new game that I... so many games that I bought on Steam. Oh, here she is. Hello! Oh, come on, Discord isn't catching you. What? That should be catching you! Oh. Now will it catch your voice?
I don't know, will it?
Yes! So, I was just talking about how I joined a West Marches type server. I was just about to say for D&D, but no, it's Mutants and Masterminds.
Yeah, me and me.
Don't be selfish. Not everything is about you. Sorry, I had to... Anyway, so I forget, are you familiar with the West Marches style of tabletop gaming?
No, I have no idea what that means.
So,
Oh, right.
like, a normal, like, tabletop campaign is, like, one person who's the dungeon master, they have, you know, their set amount of players,
All right.
anywhere, usually from 2 to, like, 8, whatever, generally. And it's like, okay, we'll meet on this day, you know, weekly
Oh,
or
right.
every other week, whatever, and we'll play through this ongoing game. West Marches style is, okay, here's like, I don't know, a dozen or 2 dozen different DMs. They'll post like what adventure that they're running. Everyone who wants to play has players, and they'll like sign up for the adventures that get posted so they can just join. Essentially think of it as like an adventuring guild in, say an adventuring guild like in a D&D-esque setting. So it's like, oh hey, here's the adventure, and then everyone's like, oh yes, I'll sign up for this adventure. Why don't you sign up with me? I hope we both get in, sort of a deal. So you're not always playing with like the same people every time, and you get to see how like different DMs run different games. Like, some DMs are much more of a stickler for the rules, like, no, the rules don't say that you can use your ability like that, so you can't. Other DMs are like, no, I don't know what the rules are, and I don't care.
All right.
That sounds like a reasonable use of your ability, so go right ahead.
Take that. Yeah.
And so, years and years and years ago,
Take that.
I had tried to join a Mutants and Masterminds game that was using a specific, like, add-on book. Mutants and Masterminds uses, like, power points to make your character. So you get, say, 160 points, and there are pages and pages and pages of stuff you can put into. So, like, if you want to raise an ability score, well, that costs 2 points. If you want to, like, say, raise one of your defenses, well, that costs 1 point. So it's like, okay, well, you know, maybe my character has like a low strength, but, you know, uses a gun. Well, if you want like a cheap basic handgun, that would be 1 point. If you want like a good one, that might be like 3 or 5 points. A sniper rifle could be like 10.
Yes.
You know, but also, it's like a superhero thing, so there are
All
also
right.
powers that you get. Like, oh, you want, like, flight? Well, it's like, okay, well, how does your character use their flight? Because that
Nice.
determines it. So it's not just the fact of, yes, I buy flight. Okay, that's this many points you buy
Nice.
flight.
Yes.
Actually, I have the book open right here, but I want to look at specifically flight from page... Alright, I thought this thing on the page. Alright, so for example, flight. It costs 2 points per rank. The more ranks you have, the faster that you get to go. I think so, like, one rank would be like normal human walking speed of flight, or you could keep paying for more. But then you can get extras, like you could have, say, aquatic flight, so you can move underwater as easily as you can in the air. Because, like, hey, that's the thing that you see sometimes in the superhero-esque, like, in the comics and whatnot. Or maybe you have, like, continuous flight, so maybe your superpower is like an Iron Man type suit. And, like, even if you go unconscious, like, your method of flight continues to work, so you don't have to worry about potentially, you know, falling to your death and all that. So it's like, okay, well, that costs an additional, like, plus 1 point per rank that you have. Or maybe your effective flight is, like, subtle. Maybe, like, a ghost or something, and you can just, like, hover there. But, of course, there's flaws. Like, maybe in order to fly, you have to concentrate, so you can't, like, attack while you fly. You can fly, but that's it. Or maybe your ability to fly is, like, just really, really bad. Maybe, I don't know, you have to tape giant cardboard wings on and use those or something. Maybe you can't actually fly, but you can just glide. Like you just have like a hang glider or something. Well, then that costs like less because you're not actually necessarily straight flying. Or maybe your method of flight is some form of a booster rocket and you can only go up and down. Heck, maybe you stand on a platform in order to fly. Or maybe you have wings. So it's like, while I was looking through, it's like, okay, well, I think it'd be cool to try to play like a dragon as a character. Dragons are really cool. I wonder if I could build one. Well, it's like, okay, well, flight. Wings! So, okay, put a few points in flight to be able to fly pretty fast, have wings. Aquatic seems... That seems fair for a dragon to be able to just, like, fly into the water. And then, of course, right after fly is growth. It's like, well, do you want to be a dragon the size of a human, or do you want to be able to be bigger? Or, like... So there's all of, like, these powers and stuff, and all these modifiers to all these powers, so you can adjust things a lot. So, anyway... I kind of somewhat abandoned the making a dragon character idea for something much, much funnier.
All right.
Okay, and what size vending machine did you become?
No, I'm not a vending machine.
Nice.
Think smaller and more portable.
Did you make another sentient sword?
There.
No, but you are getting closer. Think, I don't know, slightly less weaponish. Slightly less.
A shield?
You're very close.
A helmet?
No, shield is closer. Think like a more mobile form of shield.
Yeah.
So more similar to shield, not a shield, more mobile.
Yeah.
And remember, this is more of like a modern day or futuristic type setting instead of like a D&D medieval setting.
Yes. Yes.
Cell phone?
No.
I mean, that's the...
Sir, it's a
What?
skateboard.
I don't know. I don't know if that says mobile as a mobile phone.
It's more mobile than a vending machine or a sword.
I mean, we both know that's not true.
So yeah, it's like with the right application of like abilities and powers and stuff, like the opposite of the growth power, that's like a shrink power, so you can be a smaller size. So it's like, okay, well, skateboards are a bit under 3 feet big, so that would only actually be a size modifier of -1. Each +1 or -1
Nice.
is double size. Hey, I raised the weapon skill level to 15! That's cool! Yeah, I can finally turn in this quest! So, where is my character sheet? What powers do I want to get it? Right, so considering the ramifications for playing as a skateboard, there's some stuff that you don't have, like limbs, or necessarily an ability to speak. So instead I gave the skateboard the power of communication that specifically uses radio communication, because like this intelligent skateboard just has like a built-in radio.
Yes!
I also made it a subtle radio as well, because I can. And of course some immunity powers. It's essentially I'm making a robot with skateboard qualities instead of just actually a skateboard. And since it is like a robot, well, it would be immune to effects like aging or suffocation and stuff. But I also gave it immunity to fall damage, because I just love the idea of just acid dropping onto a villain. Because I think, oh, get a weapon skill up to 15. Cool. Now upgrade a weapon. You bloody little. I know how to upgrade a weapon. I've been doing it like a lot, a lot. Where's my broadsword? I also gave a leaping ability because even though jumping is like part of the athletic skill, you can't jump quite as much as I would like, so maybe I'll just keep on with the jumping, just put more points into athletics. Maybe I'll, because one power point into leaping, you can jump 15 feet. From like a dead go, you just boing. Boing! It's like, yeah, it does kickflips. So it's like, maybe I should just leave it to basic jumping. Maybe just doing kickflips isn't enough. Maybe it has, you know, rocket boosters, and I should also give it a speed power. Oh, and of course I gave it power senses, like a radio, so it can detect radio waves, because you have to have, like, a communication power out and a senses power in. If you just have, like, the communication power out, though if someone uses that same form of communication to talk to you, you can't hear them. So yeah, the skateboard just has a radio. That's about it. The skateboard just has a radio. And considering that in this West Marches game, everyone is given a radio free of charge, like every character just has a free radio, I feel like there'll be enough people to be able to communicate with. Hey, look,
Nice.
some copper. Raise one of your magic skill levels to 15. Oh my gosh, I did that! My magic skill levels. You mean... Do you mean the 78, the 27, the 58, the 47, the 35, the 32, or the 27? Which of those are at least 15?
Yes.
All right.
Use a crafting table to upgrade your armor. Well, drat, now I have to go and make armor so I can upgrade it. Where's the crafting table? Let's dust it off. Cloths and skins, you say, huh? Oh, and of course the shrinking power -1 size with a permanent modifier, because that's just how big it is. Period. Which is kind of weird, because like technically it's possible for that to be like dispelled, and for the skateboard to just become like a longboard. But I don't know.
All right.
Use nutrients to help your crops grow faster.
Use a machine to fight a machine.
Bloody.
I hope it comes out okay.
Like all of my fields have already been fully like nutriented.
Nutriented? What?
Yeah,
Yes.
a whole bunch of nutrients on all of them. Increase your total shipping rate to 10%. For a bagging expansion. Where's your shipping rate? It's at 28% out of 10. Sprinkle wettable powder on your crops. Sure, let's throw some wettable powder.
How you
right over
growing?
here. Done! Why are so many of you so use this on your field? Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Use your forge to upgrade your staff. I have people working for me? Let's go make a staff. He just assumes that we already have one. Oh shoot, I need a staff recipe. Also, oh shoot, I should probably plug in my phone, considering it's at 2%.
Yes.
Oh, also, Final Fantasy spoilers have been coming out today.
For which game?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh. I thought you meant... Okay, never mind.
I know, the phrasing of that was really not good.
I mean, there's a couple of games that have some pretty major spoilers that got spoiled a long time ago.
Yeah, the upcoming Magic the Gathering set, you know, Final Fantasy.
What's that based off of?
Magic the Gathering. A collectible children's card game. Wait, did I show you the... Oh, I showed everyone else the new card that I really liked. I haven't shown you yet, though.
I can't believe you, Claire. I mean, I'm only your girlfriend, after all.
I mean, you don't play Magic. The people I showed play Magic.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm joking about it.
Yeah, there's the card. Let's discuss it briefly. So, So, what do you think?
Important. Okay, important question. Does the term opponent mean just opponent players, or like any opponent forces?
Specifically, the other players.
Okay.
Nice.
Haha, raise everyone's friendship level to at least 5, and also tame a monster. Yeah, we'll have two. So,
Yes.
it is, what is it? A 9-mana enchantment creature Saga Dragon. With flying, that's a 9/9. So the way Sagas work, when it comes in the first... it comes in with the first counter, and then once it reaches, like, the 4, then you'll have to sacrifice it. So these summon cards are really interesting because they're creatures, but they only last a few turns, unless you can do shenanigans to keep them around for longer. Summon Bahamut. Level 1 and 2, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Bahamut comes in, immediately blows something up. Step 3, draw 2 cards, that's fine. Step 4, Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. In my colorless deck, that ability would probably just win me the game. Because if you have the 9 mana to get out Summon Bahamut, and then have 2 more turns with it on the field, including 1 turn where you draw an extra 2 cards, then on the next turn you're bound to have probably at least 10 CMC worth of stuff. Which, 1v1 format, you start off with 1 T-Light, so...
1, 2.
Cool, I tamed a chicken. Ah. I can't make the proper name. You want it? And you just know that the singles market for this, the singles for this set are bound to be cheap. Because this is apparently the best-selling Magic the Gathering set of all time.
All right, let's go. Thanks for the lift. Nice.
And now I'm bored of doing all of those sort of tasks. So considering that it's 1 month until the next Rune Factory comes out, yeah, I don't think I'll be beating this again before then.
Disappoint.
But I mean, after I beat Rune Factory 6, I can always just come back to this.
So you're gonna do a water can only blind run for Rune Factory 6?
See, I want to, but you said I shouldn't, but I want to anyway, so I might just do that anyway.
Silly Claire.
Like, it's... Okay. Rune Factory games are insanely easy. Just on a general surface level, the Rune Factory games are very easy. But also, just with everything that you have access to immediately, there's a lot that you can just flat out do.
Take that.
And enemies just wind up not really being a problem. Playing Rune Factory 4 with just a watering can was such an interesting experience because some bosses that originally were basically nothing on my first time playing. Like, oh no, it might take like 2 attempts. And that's just because on the second attempt I go and, you know, make a better weapon and just completely destroy the boss. And it's like, what do I have to care that, like... Oh, on the lava plant boss, the right one, like the right vine is the one that heals. I don't have to care about that if I just completely kill the whole thing before it starts to heal. Playing Rune Factory 2, Rune Factory 3, it's like, playing with watering can only, there's a lot of extra grinding that you have to do, but Rune Factory games allow for an excessive amount of grinding. Rune Factory 1 doesn't particularly allow for such excessive amounts of grinding, so that one was actually started to be a bit of a challenge at the end.
All
But
right.
still wasn't too difficult. Okay, I did basically have to utilize save states for one boss, but that was it. So I think as long as you're using a watering can,
Nice.
it doesn't matter what you have your stats at. Even with maximized stats, you're still only dealing 1 damage at a time to that boss who can heal. And I still beat her.
Take that.
It took about 4 hours, but I did. That was 1 attempt, by the way, not like 4 hours worth of attempts. 4 hours in 1 attempt. And considering that, yeah, that was the first Rune Factory. Now you can get past level 99. I was really thinking I was already past level 99. So if there's a problem, you can literally just keep leveling to bypass it. Although there is merit in, you know, just playing the game casually and being able to do all of, like, the goals and stuff that get set out and recruiting townsfolk to be on your side.
Nice.
But like, I was rather disappointed with Rune Factory 5 being so relatively easy as it was, because like, oh hey, I basically finished the game and then had to wait to do all of, like, the seasonal stuff that was coming up. Because I kept rushing dungeons because there isn't really much else to do but to rush dungeons. Even while I was taking care of, like, the full farm and everything, doing all my farm work, rushing dungeons is still just an easy thing to do. So it's like, yeah, why shouldn't I do this? Why do I have a bunch of level 7 on the comp? I don't know. Why do I have level 1 corn on the cob? What's wrong with it?
Damn it!
It's level 1.
Delicious!
So yeah, maybe I'll play Rune Factory 6 and I'll just try to play it, like, casually for the first run through. But, like, playing Rune Factory 2 and 3 with just the water can. Okay, I guess Rune Factory 2 was annoying, but that's just because it had, you know, Rune Factory 2 features that are just annoying. Like how the game doesn't tell you that you have to get married and stuff. Yeah, if you want to beat the game, you have to be married. And it's like, oh, that's news. Especially since back in Rune Factory 3, you still had to be straight. At least in Rune Factory 5, you can be gay, and I'm hoping that in Rune Factory 6, you also get to be gay. Otherwise, again, that would be very disappointing if you couldn't.
There!
So yeah, I'd probably play Rune Factory 6 casually for the first playthrough.
There!
Might go and, you know, then do a different Rune Factory for a run,
Yeah!
and then go back
So
to
you
doing
might-
Rune Factory.
Naturally gravitate towards the animal girl again.
Okay, listen, there's like a certain energy that I absolutely vibe with, and it just so happens that she has that energy. Like, maybe I should show you some Rune Factory 4 to show you that, like, the paladin, because she is also cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah!
And
Paladin,
she's
huh?
not a... Yeah, paladin. She's not a fairy. I really do like, yeah, I really like how in Rune Factory 4, like, yes, you can, like, recruit people to, like, go adventuring with you, but they have to like you enough first, or else they're just like, oh, maybe I don't want to do this. If they don't like you, they won't go adventuring with you. But the paladin will be... she'll just go adventuring with you. In fact, the first time you leave town, she offers to go adventuring with you.
Nice.
And if you're playing on basically anything less than hell difficulty, she can solo the entire first dungeon.
Huh.
Yeah, you literally don't have to worry about the first dungeon's difficulty as long as she's on the team.
Time to eat!
She will just solo it, including the boss, who, specifically, has a different, fighting styles based off of your difficulty.
Take that!
If you're playing on a higher difficulty, it's not just, oh, increased damage. Like, no. It'll fight more aggressively, use attacks, like, more frequently, use certain attacks more than other attacks, and it actually gains new attacks flat out. Like, there's this one attack where it leaves the screen and sends, like, a wave of butterflies out, which you might think, oh, butterflies, haha. Butterflies that can, like, drain your health and heal the boss. It will not use that attack on easy. Why are so many people right here? Is there a party going on?
It's my party.
I see
Yeah, there's
you're
just some
full of
people
energy.
around here. So anyway, oh, I can do a civilian event. Okay, sure, fine. It's 9 p.m. Let's go do a civilian event. Excuse me, let's run away from you to go do your civilian event. But yeah, the Rune Factory games are just generally so easy naturally. Playing on the hardest difficulty with just a watering can, you really start to feel it's like, oh hey, this room that has like these enemies in it, these enemies actually really work together and complement each other's abilities. Like this one slows down the player, and this one has a slow attack that would normally never hit the player, but since they're slowed down, it actually has a chance of hitting them. But in casual play, it's just boom, boom, they're all dead. It doesn't matter who was in here.
Me, oh my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was random, but okay. And there's some thought too about like, oh, like the first run should be casual, you have access to everything and just bring people into the party and stuff. And then the second run is you use the stuff that you've learned and limit yourself. But maybe it should be the other way around. You limit yourself to just a watering can without knowing all of the other possibilities. Then, you know, once like the wiki has been made and you know stuff, then you play through with everything.
All right.
No, I think use everything first.
Nice.
It's like playing the Rune Factory games just a watering can has kind of ruined them for me to try to play them casually. Like, I don't even necessarily have to think about, oh, I have to use the watering can. I just do it. It's just, like, second nature to me now. Playing the Rune Factory games, oh, watering can, that's my weapon. Like, I was able to pull away from it when I first played Rune Factory 5, but playing Rune Factory 6, I don't know, maybe I'll just use a watering can anyway. And maybe it'll be completely fine because, again, the games are easy. Oh, if the game is so easy, why haven't you game it yet? I am playing on hard mode, and going very slow throughout the game.
All right.
I absolutely could have been rushing this more. I just absolutely have not been. Especially with the ability, especially since I still have the ability to have food, and I can throw items at enemies. Throwing items at enemies is not a mechanic that I tend to utilize very much at all. But if it's still a mechanic that I have access to, and is that still something I can do, that could be very, very useful. Just make some absolutely disastrous dishes, and that basically kills like any normal enemy, essentially.
Watering time.
So I don't really have to worry about simple little things like, you know, monsters anymore. But I don't use that. It's a possibility, it is a thing that I can do. I just don't, because I don't have to. Can everyone get out of there now? Can everyone just get out of there? think, yeah, using the watering can instead of traditional weaponry, you lose out on 3 main components. Range, damage, and attribute. Watering can, of course, defaults to water attribute. If an enemy is resistant to that, then they're just taking a heck of a lot less damage anyway. Watering can has low damage, that's the point of using it. And it has absolutely terrible range. Rune Factory 4, you can actually stun lock enemies. But like, say this portal, I can just attack it once, and then I have to run back up to it, because the sheer act of attacking it pushes me away from it.
Watering time. Ouch. Real big and strong, okay? Real big and strong, okay? Ouch. Damn it. Watering time. Real big and strong, okay?
And then, of course, not wearing armor, like, you just take more damage, but also having armor and accessories can give you, like, special abilities in
I
there.
hope it comes out okay. Time to eat.
Now, what was that in Rune Factory 4? You can't catch all of the different types of fish unless you use those water walking
I hope it
shoes.
comes out okay.
Oh shoot, that's an alarm I set for myself. I was gonna take a nap starting a few hours ago, so I set myself an alarm so I'd wake up at 10 so I could still record some
Big and
runes.
strong, okay? Watering time. Real big
Hey,
and strong, okay?
Yo.
believe it or not, I woke up at like 10 a.m.
Okay.
I hope it comes out
I
okay.
went to bed at 7 a.m.
I hope it comes out okay. Watering time.
That's not good,
Watering
Claire.
time.
I tried to go back to sleep. I just could not fall back asleep because it was already like light out and it was already like noisy outside and stuff.
Watering time.
Also, speaking of using the watering can, in Rune Factory 4, specifically just Rune Factory 4,
Real big and
At
strong,
least, you know,
okay?
compared to Rune Factories 1, 2, 3, or 5, if you're wielding a watering can, you have resistance to
comes out
water
okay.
damage. So much so to the point that water-based traps in one of the final dungeons will not hurt you if you're wielding a watering can.
Time to eat. Real big and
Now,
strong,
maybe it's,
okay?
you know, you need a high-tier watering can, but, like, the level of watering can that you should have by that point of the game will keep you from taking
Hope it
any
comes out
damage
okay.
whatsoever from that trap. Why does the watering can give you so much water resistance? Good question. I have
comes out
no
okay.
idea.
Watering time.
Speaking of Rune Factory 4, I really like how, like, the volcano introduces a fire damage over time area. But also, like, when you go into the volcano, that's when you're supposed to
hope it
unlock,
comes out
like,
okay.
ice cream, which gives you fire resistance. As the game's way of saying, like, hey, you know, the thing is basically you unlock it, then a character gives you ice cream.
Real big and strong, okay?
I don't know if they actually specifically say, hey, this gives you fire
I
resistance.
hope it comes out okay.
But it is kind of
I hope it comes
a
out
neat little
okay.
thing. Like, hey, you can use food to protect yourself.
Real big
Which
and
is actually
strong,
not a thing
okay?
I've been looking into on this run yet.
Watering time.
I also just
Real
use
big and
food because,
strong,
oh my
okay?
gosh, I need healing. I guess I could just use potions, but
Delicious.
I mean, I
Big
could
and
just use
strong,
potions.
okay?
Can I buy all the spells for potions yet? If I shipped out...
Real big and strong, okay?
that one type of plant, that I could just buy it, then I'd be able to.
I hope it comes out okay.
Yeah, then I'd be all along good. Yeah, I think for Rune Factory 6, I'll do a normal playthrough first. Learn all of the stuff. Maybe try to
You're big and
100% the
strong,
game.
okay?
Even.
I hope it comes out okay.
Try to get everything. At least everything that's usable.
You're big and strong.
I wonder if I'll
okay?
be able to get early
Watering
emery
time.
flowers too. Oh my gosh,
Watering
with an
time.
150-day grow time,
You're
even
big
with
and
the times
strong,
5
okay?
field, that still takes an entire season.
I hope it comes out
And you
okay.
get them after you beat the game.
You're
Or at
big
least you're
and
supposed to
strong,
only get them
okay?
after you beat the game. So it's like, yep, you just basically wait for 30 days. That, especially, like in Rune Factory 4,
hope it
one
comes
day
out
is
okay.
like 30 minutes. Rune Factory 5, one day is like 2 hours. What's it gonna be like in Rune Factory 6?
I hope it comes out okay.
Sorry, were you asking
I
me?
hope it comes out okay. I hope it comes out okay.
You wouldn't have the answer to that, probably, but...
No,
Big
no,
and
I
strong,
wouldn't.
okay?
I-
Watering time. I hope it comes out okay.
You guys future
I don't-
clear with the... How long the days are in Rune Factory 6? Alright. Well, almost time for the end of this episode. We have about 4 in-game hours, so what, 8 minutes? Let's take a look
Time to eat.
at a fight against this next boss. Leviathan.
I hope it comes out okay.
Okay, I cannot beat this boss with the gear that I have right now. I need to make a new watering can and give it a null attribute because this thing heals from water damage. So with that, I will end off this here episode.
Rar.
So, yeah, unfortunately, no, you cannot beat... Can you beat Rune Factory 4 and 5, I know you cannot beat with an unmodified watering can because they have enemies that do not take damage, that do not take water damage. I think the same is true with 2 and 3, I'm not sure. No. Wait. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. So anyway, next time we'll probably just try to kill this thing because, hey, neutral damage is bound to do a lot.